What's going on, everybody? If you are hearing my voice, you are definitely hearing the voices of Tanya and Amani for Monday Vibes podcast. And I know that today's Wednesday, but you know what? We're going to run it back for the weekend. The British Grand Prix, Silverstone gave everything. We have Charles Leclerc winning the race. We have so many things to talk about, including Max's crash out and Lewis Hamilton finally road to redemption, being on the podium. Amani, what's up? How you doing? How you
What up? What
been?
up? What
What's
up? What
going
up? What up?
on?
What up? What up? What up?
Hey, hey. We
Yeah, we
have so
back
much
at
to
it.
talk about. I know, I know. I definitely was like, dang, we're not recording on Monday, but you know what? It's Wednesday. We don't care. We're still here.
Mhm.
And let's start out with some trading card news. Can we start with that first?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So, what we have in trading card news is Lewis Hamilton and his Tops Now card. You hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, that card has sold a lot. I don't know, maybe like 50, 60,000.
A lot.
Which,
Yeah.
if you purchase the Tops Now card and that print runs crazy, if you don't get one that's a parallel, then your card's probably worth a penny. But if you can score one of those parallels, I don't know. What are you thinking, Amani? How much do you think that those cars are going to start running for?
Well, so I would say this: if anything, Lewis, the first Ferrari of Lewis in a graded 10. I've been seeing them for about like pushing 100.
100. But see, this is a celebratory card, right? So this is the card Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari first race win, not sprint race, but race
Mm-hmm.
win. So I see why everybody jumped on it. I know I jumped on it. I know people who've bought multiple cards, but my thing is this something that people are going to be holding on to for the next 10 or 15 years? Or are they going to be sifting through and dumping them and then trying to get the parallels or any of the other cards that are in their rarity?
Well,
My question.
so I think this is basically going to happen. Is that for me? I feel like it's an important card. It's basically him winning until I can't really say that until the Chrome comes out. So once that Chrome comes out, we'll definitely know how important that card is because, like I said, they're gonna have they should have a better looking card in the Chrome, and they should have, especially when that Sapphire comes out in the celebration one. That's gonna be huge, huge.
I agree. I definitely agree. Now, did you buy any
Yeah, I bought a
of the
couple.
tops now? You bought a
Hmm.
couple. Okay.
Hmm.
I bought a few too. And they're supposed to ship sometime this month. So I will definitely be doing another mail day. Huge shout out to Jay from Wolfpack Performance. I got my mail day
Yes.
yesterday and I will be wearing it on his show. Back to trading cards. Me, where are you traveling to, Amani? And where have you been and what have you picked up?
So I'm going to be going to New Jersey this weekend for Collecticon and picked up. I mean, everything I picked up is basically gone right now, so I'm just got like a load of cash, just ready to sell in. But I am on the hunt because I will be at the F1 trade night at the National. But
Okay,
I am in the hunt
yes.
for some kind of like you know maybe some kind of important Lewis card. Maybe we're gonna see. Hopefully, I had
What
that first
card could be
night go
more
up.
important than him being in Ferrari, though? What card
The
are you
2020
chasing?
Dynasty.
Yeah. That is a goodie. That's the
Mm-hmm.
oldie. Gosh, I can't even believe I'm saying that right now.
Crazy.
2020, for us, that seems like it is ancient history. But for somebody who could be joining the hobby, they're like, no, that was only 5 years ago. But what they
Yep.
don't understand is that Topps got the contract to be able to produce Formula One cards in 2020. So for us, it's old, but old in the hobby means very expensive, especially if it's a rare card.
They thought it was gonna be a one-off thing too.
What, the Formula One trading cards?
The 2020. I mean, because it was so dog water. The how it was made, it was so dog water. They didn't care. I mean, it's way better now.
Well, I feel like the Topps Now cards were way better than the Topps Chrome cards, but now, of course, it has flipped as far as quality because they
Hmm.
had time to redesign it. Huge shout out to the men and women at Topps designing Formula One trading cards. They have done an
Yeah,
exceptional job.
it's about time.
They look so much better. Yeah, for
Way
sure.
better than they did.
But you know what? As long as they keep sticking those signatures on the cards, we're gonna keep buying them, right?
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Disney Chrome. Also, the new Disney Chrome. I'm also looking for that Lewis Hamilton auto as a car series. So
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Tell everybody what that card entails, what it looks like, so then they could be on the hunt for it too. Because trust me, those boxes are like what, $500-$600 for a box of Disney cards.
yeah, for the hobby, it is. But it's got listen, it's got so much in that box. But the main auto in there is the Tom Hanks, Woody auto. But when you're talking about when they Lewis Hamilton out of the cars, oh, it's especially that they have a 101 on there and out of 10 also. That I'm looking
Do
for that
they? So they're numbered.
they're numbered. From what I heard,
Of
they are
course. Of
numbered.
course they are.
It's gonna be huge.
So I did see somebody pull it on Instagram. Okay.
An
And it
auto.
is a very beautiful card. Yes, an auto. It was a very
Wow.
beautiful card. My 10-year-old does have the miniature car that he has not opened yet. He has two of them of the Lewis Hamilton cars that he has not opened
Mhm.
yet. So he's going to be holding on to those forever, as well as his Pokemon cards. But yeah, I want to give him one box so then he can open, so he can do his first box break by himself. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but he has asked, and I said, okay, of course. But ooh, I love that boy for like $500 or $600. Believe me, to spend
Jeez.
that much for my 10-year-old. But I'll do it.
You're a good one.
Moving along. I also saw at Silverstone there was such a great presence of tops in just basically with all the people. And I love that. I love that the little kids are starting to do trading cards. Of course, all older
Hmm.
men have been in trading cards forever, but
Of
how they
course.
are stepping in and they're expanding the market over there in the UK. That's pretty awesome. And huge shout out to the whole Tops team in the UK for everything that they do.
Well, they just opened up a I see somewhere in Europe they had opened up a Tops facility out there. I think it's in Germany. I think, and so even with that, they're gonna probably have like European exclusive cards. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be very interesting to see that.
I know, especially because we're across the pond. So what does that mean for all of us US collectors? We're going to make have to make friends with some people in the UK, right? To be able to get access to those type of cards.
Yeah, somebody, yeah. But as a card collector, you should have already been done that.
Look, I've already done that, okay? I got a plug.
Mm-hmm.
I a plug over there. I'm just not going
Mm-hmm.
to say it out loud.
Ooh.
They know who they are.
Shout out to Cat.
But
That's
let's
my
get
plug over
into
there.
this race. Let's get
Let's
into
go.
this
Okay.
race. Race day Sunday. I feel like everybody had ones and twos with Mercedes. Kimi Antonelli, George Russell somewhere in the mix, and maybe one Ferrari. Ferrari went in and flipped it all, everybody on their head. Monty, what did you think about the race?
So I'm gonna say this. So I guess we can. There's a whole other segment at the end of it. Now, it was. I would say this. The whole race in general. It it could have been probably the best race ever in Formula One. It could have been.
No, I
It could have.
wouldn't.
It could
Okay,
have
could have
been
been.
because everybody. I don't remember another race that I know. It was. I was out of my chair. I mean, I know there's a lot of people, especially at the end, who was ready, knowing it was going to happen. I think 5 laps, literally before it ended, I think everybody knew what was going to happen, and everybody felt that F1 was basically like basically like okay, they had the setup. I felt they had it ready, set up, ready to go.
Who
Literally,
had the
literally
setup
ready to go.
though?
Like F1. I think everybody at F1 goes, we had something right here. I think they had like when they did it, everybody felt that okay, it's going. I it was like everything was setting up because F1 knew it was all right. They're gonna make something magic happen. It was like let's go, yeah, let's go. And then when that safety car came back out and they just ended on safety car, it was like,
I know the big
what are we
build
doing?
up to be let down, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I'm going to get into the end of the race a little bit later, but I want to go to the beginning of the race because I really
Okay.
feel like qualifying was exciting to watch. And I think with every race, it gets more and more exciting to watch because the top teams are so dang competitive. Okay. Max Verstappen was in the mix. You had the McLarens up there a little bit trying to compete, but just I was on the edge of my seat, especially when it came to the performance of Ferrari and also Mercedes, because I was like, who is going to be on the ones and who's going to be on the twos, right? But when the race started, Charles Leclerc leaping out in front of everybody, I was like, holy crap, this man has something to prove. We all know that Charles Leclerc has been struggling basically all year. He really
Yep.
wanted to win. He dug his heels in and he actually delivered this time around. And you know what? I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. At the end of the race, you can tell in the media pen, Lewis Hamilton, there were a couple of things on the car that I kind of felt like he should have tweaked, but he didn't because he did well in qualifying. So he was like, nah, let's just leave it like it is. And then when the race came, he was like, oh, snap. Charles Leclerc went ahead of me and he has been pushing ahead the whole entire time. And he just didn't have the track position, unfortunately. But I cannot talk about the race without talking about Kimi Antonelli.
There we go. He's what.
Amani, let's get your play by play about Kimi Antonelli and how he started and finished this race, my dear.
So I would say the start of it was. I think the thing was probably both Mercedes cars looked good. Russell, I don't know what's going on, Russell, but with Kimmy, when he did you watch the sprint race? When I mean,
I
let me just
did.
backtrack. When he
Yeah.
passed
Go ahead and
Lewis,
backtrack.
when he passed, let me think of this in the sprint race. I think when because I thought Lewis was okay. Lewis was looking good, but I ran that 8 lap when that straight came. Kimmy just passed him. I go,
Yeah,
okay,
with no comeback whatsoever. Like there
no
was no
comeback
coming back
whatsoever.
for Lewis. Yeah.
But then, like I said, it's these Mercedes cars. It's more of a teaser. It's like we
Hmm.
know you're gonna lose battery. We just waiting for you to lose battery. And then when
That's
Kimmy
what
saw,
I
mhm,
agree with you, Amani. No, I agree with you 100%. That's what I was waiting on. When Kimmy and Lewis were battling, you can like clearly see that Lewis's car was like getting depleted like quickly. But
mhm,
I was like, how come that's not happening with the Mercedes? Like what's going on with that?
it's the battery. It's the
Mhm.
software in the battery. It's the software.
Mhm.
The software, for what I understand, allegedly, is that what
I love
it
your
tricks
allegedlys, by the way. You always
it
say
tricks the
allegedly.
battery. So the software tricks the battery to thinking that it's just completely full the whole time, unless they something of another like but they can turn it up and down like when it's off like it levels out like nothing wrong with it, but as it goes it just doesn't lose the battery. So while Ferrari Lewis loses battery, and apparently they can what the commentators say they can see it on the light or something like that, whatever. Once they get that signal, they're out
Mm.
allegedly.
I mean, that's what it looked like. That was the translation on the track when you saw Kimi Antonelli just blow past Lewis, and then Lewis could not defend. at all, nor catch up.
No,
Like it
no.
was, I was like, man. But see, that scared me because I was like, oh my gosh, what is this going to mean for the race? But then for Charles Leclerc to come out and perform so well, we always give Ferrari ish about their strategy. I think in
Hmm.
this case, their strategy was contingent on a lot of things that happened because I don't think anybody had on their bingo card that Max Verstappen was going to go into the gravel trap.
Well, it's a problem with Red Bull right now, and from what I understand, it's it's the wing. It doesn't
Yes.
close in time with
Close.
turns. So I
Right.
was like, that's a serious problem, and that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back right there this weekend.
Because in news that we found out yesterday, Oscar Piastri is leaving McLaren to go to Red
They
Bull. So
told
is
him.
this 100% true?
Well, I don't know about going to. I didn't hear the Red Bull part. I did hear.
So you heard that he was leaving.
I heard that he was leaving
Why did I why did I hear Red Bull then? Who told me Red
because
Bull?
because Max is probably leaving. Well, not Max is leaving.
Yes.
So
Well,
I think everybody trying to hook up with that. But if I'm if I'm if I'm Toto, and apparently you can't get Max, which is, I mean, that's kind of been in the future. So I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, you could just get Oscar. You get Oscar and Kimi. That's a that's a crazy combination right there.
yeah, it is. Is there going to be a push and a pull of driver one and two? Or is just Kimmy the golden child? Like Charles Leclerc is known to be the golden child at Ferrari. I feel like Pierre Gasly is the golden child at Alpine.
That's not
Lando
really right.
Norris is the gold is look, it is what I say, okay. Um Lando Norris is the golden
I'm talking
child
about
of
California.
McLaren. Um, and as long as Max wants his seat at Red Bull, then he is considered the golden child at Red Bull. But we're starting to see cracks in the foundation because the team principal from Red Bull still wants Max to be at Red Bull, but I
Max is
think
like,
that
nah.
he might be making decisions to go elsewhere. And that we are right on the cusp of silly season, right? So that to
Mhm.
me, the whole thing with Oscar Piastri, I'm like, is this where silly season starts? Is this where the whole grid and driver shakeup starts? Like George Russell without his seat? I mean, I don't know. I feel like George Russell has been in Formula One for so long in this new era. I just want to say, because he started the same time everybody else did. Where will he go to be successful?
I mean, I mean, he could just. I mean, he could go to Red Bull
Do you
if he's
see George
successful over
Russell
there.
at Red Bull though?
It's a new regime
I don't
over there.
know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't.
They
I
could
don't see
put.
that.
Well, they could put him in commercials for
Oh.
Liam Lawson. They can put George Russell in commercials over there, and he has
I
and
do
he has
think
more of a
that.
and he has more personality than Max anyway.
I mean, I feel like he does too. I think that the marketability of George Russell, but see, I feel like George Russell's marketability is connected to him and the prestige brand of Mercedes. And even when he was at Williams, it was still a representation of Mercedes. Because
He has.
what we do remember is that he did drive Lewis's car when Lewis had COVID. So he fit so well into that Mercedes brand, but so did Lewis. And then, Lewis left too. So,
But Lewis was also
I
with
don't think that
somebody
that
else
matters.
before Mercedes anyway, so we could see Lewis.
Yeah, yeah, he was with
We could see
McLaren.
Lewis more than in Mercedes. But I mean, I can see George. Um, I don't know how. I mean, if McLaren gets Max, they have Lando, so there's I mean, they're not using Oscar commercials anyway. I mean, barely. You know,
No, it's
uh,
all Lando.
it's Orlando.
100% Lando.
So I think with George, I mean George brings a different kind of elegance, I guess, to a team. You know,
What I say?
so
What I
yeah,
say?
so it'd be a little, it'd be a little different on Red Bull, but I think the whole Red Bull regime is different anyway. That kind of fits. They might
N-
they
You
might
don't
try to
think
go
that they
that way
still
just
come
to
off
clean
as
up.
being like rough and rugged though,
No,
and like doing wild and crazy Red Bull? We have wings. Like no.
yeah, the
So
brand Red Bull does that, yes, but F
do you
one
think George
Red
fits
Bull.
that brand though? Because I don't see it.
Well, I don't think Max fixed that brand.
I think he does.
I think Liam
Um,
Lawson really fits that brand.
yes, I can see
If
that
you
too.
can kind of get Liam to step it up and do that, I can see Liam come with that. Uh, but Russell has personality. I mean, this you could throw him some Heineken commercials. I guess you want to do that.
Commercials? George Russell and Heineken commercials? No, no. I see more of like
Zero
the
alcohol.
watch brands, like talking about Rolex, but what is it? Is it Tag Heuer
It'd
now?
be Tag
The
Heuer
representation of the, yes, and then
or Ford. Put him in a Ford
Moet
commercial.
or like the
You put him in a
LVMH
Ford
brands or
commercial.
something like that. A what? A Ford commercial? No, Amani, you cannot put George
Yeah,
Russell in a Ford commercial. No, you
watch what I tell
cannot.
you.
He is that.
He can drive a
Okay.
pickup truck.
Let
Hey, mate, get the F-150.
that's no. Listen, no. Circling
I'm talking
back to
about.
Ferrari though, because I have to ask you this question. Given the standings of what Ferrari has been able to accomplish at Silverstone, right? Given what they've been doing all year, Lewis Hamilton finishing every single race along with Pierre Gasly. Huge shout out to Pierre Gasly for finishing. And I think he was in the points too. But anyway, do you think that Ferrari now stop? He was because Kimi Antonelli, you know, he ended up with 0 points and everybody else moved up.
It's so
Stop it. We
crazy
take
how
a
like
point. We
everything.
take a point wherever we can take a point. Okay. That's what Formula One's about. But moving on to Ferrari before you start getting crazy, because I don't know what's wrong with you and Jay, but every time I talk about Pierre Gasly, both of y'all's face gets all crazy, and then you want to say something smart. So
You might as
before
well
you can
talk
even
about
do that,
Borletto. They're on the same level.
no, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Borletto.
I'm just
But
saying
even
they're
though
on the
no
same.
Borletto, he was a trip in that Lego car though, because that was hilarious. He lost his hat. But
Hmm.
anyway, um, do you think that Ferrari, and this is real talk, do you think Ferrari is starting to become the team that we as fans want them to be?
I mean, but I seen this coming. You know, a couple years. I mean, if they get Lewis, yeah, because they had no choice. You have the 8-time world champion that's there. You have to listen to him. If I mean, it gets to the point where Ferrari they stop licking their chops like they've been doing every year, thinking they're just high and mighty, brand, and we don't need to change nothing. And they start changing. I even think with Fred over there, I when they
Hmm.
made that move, I thought it was a huge move. Also, the problem is that they just got Mercedes in the way, but they are where we want them to be at. Yes.
I think so too. I think so too. And I also was looking at the racing calendar. For the life of me, I couldn't understand why fans like Amani wanted to give Kimi Antonelli this championship because there's so much.
He's still leading.
Did you catch the shade? You didn't catch the shade. Did you catch the shade?
I count it.
Anyway, the president of the Kimi Antonelli fan club wants to give Kimi Antonelli this championship, and we have
Hmm.
so many races still left to go. And considering the drivers standing now as they stand, Lewis Hamilton is about what, 5 to 7 points behind George Russell, about 32 points behind Kimi Antonelli. All I'm saying, and all Team LH is saying, is, you know, Mercedes, I don't know what to tell them. I hope that they don't suffer any more mechanical failures of their cars or their drivers start fighting, because I'm trying to tell you, if Lewis Hamilton can keep this momentum going, he is definitely going to be in contention for the championship. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
Let me tell you
Because
this.
everybody's
Let me,
like, wait till next year, the year after that, the year after that, the year after that. No, there is no time like the present, Lewis. No time like the present. So run it up while you have the
I tell you this.
opportunity.
If um if they would have started that race 3 laps to go, Kimmy would have probably won it.
Yeah. Boo.
Kimmy would have probably won
Boo.
it.
Man,
Kimmy,
anybody talking about Kimmy? Kimmy had
just
mechanical
saying,
failure. So
he
you
had a tire
mean to
issue.
say, let me correct your tail real quick, okay? Because see, now I'm at a little bass in my voice. If we had 3 more laps, Kimmy would have had to retire the car, okay?
They moved
And
the pole.
Lewis on soft, it doesn't matter, all right? Did you hear the radio? Did you hear him
They
going
was
back and
trying
forth
to.
on the radio? Yeah, I can make it. No, I can't make it. Yeah, I can make it. Bring me in. Leave me out. I can do it. Like he was going back and forth.
That's the youth right
Okay.
there.
Do you think, yeah, that's the youth right there, because Lewis is not going back and forth. Lewis is
No.
finishing the damn race on 3 wheels. Understand? He is. That's what type of driver Lewis is. All right. And
Well,
Lewis on those soft tires, I'm trying to tell you, if you could have got some heat in them joints, George Russell would have been in the back. All I have to say. He better be happy that that race ended under safety car. Yeah, I want all the
I know
smoke
they're
in our
real happy that
comments.
ended on a safety car.
No, I was upset that they entered safety car. See, listen,
I was upset too
you
because I
know,
wanted to see what was going to happen.
no,
Wanted to
Maya,
really
I was
see what was going
upset
to
for a
happen.
completely different reason. A completely different reason. Okay. Because you know
We
who
can
I
talk
am to
about
my
it.
core. I am going to talk about it, and I'm going to try to remain calm as I talk about it.
No, no, no.
I
We gonna talk about
suffer
it.
PTS. I suffer
Hmm.
PTSD when I saw those cars unlapping themselves at the end of the damn race. Okay, because whatever happened to the infamous line, we only need 1 lap to race. Who said that? He who shall not be named said that. And then when they're under the safety car and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna restart the race, all the drivers, blah, 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 and lap yourselves. I'm like, yo, this is
Hmm.
giving what should have happened back in 2021 vibes. I'm trying to tell you, I got pissed. I was pissed watching that. Now I was pissed because not because of what they did, because that was the right thing to do, right? I was upset because now they're enforcing it. And then for them to finish the race under a safety car, I was like, really?
Yeah.
FIA is trying to do what? FIA is trying to do the right thing. FIA, who's on FIA? Spike Lee's on FIA and told them to do the right thing. Is that what it was?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna
That's
tell you
probably
this.
what it was.
I'm gonna tell you who it was. It was that big red N. That big red N. Okay.
Who's
That big
that?
red N. That made that decision. The big old red N. Netflix.
Get out. You know what? You have, see, this is the reason why we are going to end up shadow banned, because you and your conspiracy theories. Who in the heck? So you, all right. So what you're basically saying is that that whole entire setting went on because they were being filmed by Netflix and Drive to
Uh,
Survive, and they
let me
wanted
tell you.
something special
Let me tell you something. This Drive to Survive is probably gonna be the most watched Drive to Survive because
since
this
2021.
whole yes, because this whole season right now, if they would have had if I'm ready, they should drop it right now and just bring it week by week. Because I'm very
As a live
curious.
show, right?
I'm very curious to see the behind this. I can't wait to see everybody's reactions on and how many times I want them to do, and I know they're gonna do it. They have to do it. The whole 2021 side by side, like like throwback into this right here. I know they're gonna do it, and then they're gonna interview
They're
Lewis. Lewis gonna be
not.
sitting there like Toto's gonna be sitting there
They are
like
not.
they don't like money if they don't.
I mean, I get what you're saying. And that would be an amazing idea, right? If they had a weekly show instead of waiting for the season to end, then they edit,
Hmm.
then they bring Drive to Survive to Netflix. If they had a live
That's my
weekly
Love
show
Island.
that happened, that would be awesome. Yeah, no, I would totally watch it.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
I mean, you would have all of the juicy details in real time. No, totally get it. Yeah,
Hmm.
I like that idea. So Netflix, if y'all do it, then you guys owe Monty some money.
It's yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's that's my Love Island. So
Now, I cannot mention the race without mentioning Lewis's mom and how much I swear she's like a talisman. Like she is such the amazing good luck charm. She's so beautiful. Ooh, and I just love her like being a mom to Lewis. But when I saw that his mom and his brother and like some other members of his family were there, definitely knew that he was going to put on as much as he could. I'm still feeling like he wasn't happy with P3, but you know what? We'll take it. We will take the points, right? But let's talk about moving forward because these next races coming up are going to determine a lot of the swing of the championship, in my opinion,
hmm
especially Spa, because Spa is known for its. I don't even think torrential will be the appropriate word for Spa. I think it's like a monsoon that
Spa is
ensues in Spa.
I keep trying to tell people. Spa is and all these people that hate Monaco say nothing about Spa. That's
Are
all
they
I'm gonna
supposed to
say.
hate Spa?
It's the same exact race.
Oh,
It's the same exact race. It's no passing on Spa. They're not passing on Spa.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Once you
I mean,
qualify, you're on that spot.
but there has been some epic racing at Spa though. Like Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. I mean, the one time that I was literally pissed at Sebastian Vettel, but it was still like wheel to wheel racing there. I just think that it's just going to be a telltale sign of how well some of these drivers, hint, hint, are going to have to perform under extraneous weather conditions because Spa sometimes you can't even see anything when it starts raining there.
So who's gonna come in second? All right,
Good
we already know who's gonna
question.
come in first. You know what I'm saying? We
Says
already know.
the Antonelli fan club.
I
Antonelli fan
know.
club puts Antonelli as first, right?
Anton, this is
What
I'm
did
part of the Antonelli Battery fan club.
what is the Antonelli Battery fan club? What is that?
It's just the battery. I mean, listen, Antonelli's doing his thing, and he's a dog also. And the youth is definitely without shout out to Wolfpack. When I was on here with Wolfpack, I said that the greatest thing that Kimmy has is youth because he doesn't know anything else but what he knows now, and he doesn't know anything. So when they're doing when I was and when you had called when we was doing the live thing, and I go, this is the youth coming. He's gonna keep calling. He's gonna keep calling Bono. I don't know what to do. I don't know, what I did do. What I did do. What I do? Come in? Do I come in? No, 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 no. No. That's all youth. It's no like one radio. It's and then Bono's like, oh, I gotta babysit. Yeah, I
Yes.
feel like I'm babysitting because he kept calling. What I need to do? Can I bring it in? He's like, you didn't retire the car. No, I think I can make it.
And that was my thing. It's like, dude, make up your mind. You
He doesn't
want them to
know.
make up your mind for you. No, make up your mind.
If that was George, George retires the car. If that was anybody else, they retire the car.
No, I don't. Okay. Would they want to retire the car? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
However, you already know how Total Wolf is. The car has to be there has to suffer something catastrophic, so meaning that it's not even drivable, right? Because if he I mean, Lewis could have retired the car when he had that puncture and that tire went completely flat, but he didn't. He kept pushing. But this is my thing. Total Wolf will not retire a car if there is a single point to be had. He will not. He will make them stay out there. And it's like, look, even if we get a single point, that is better than a donut. Okay.
Yes.
So I don't think that initially they wanted to retire the car, because if they did, that's what they would have said. They would have called him in and be like, look, they would have called him over the radio and been like, look, come on, bring the car in, because this is just too much. But I
And that's
think that
why,
it
like
was
I
a great
said,
learning experience for him. And to see that even when you are not at the top, sometimes, if you are experiencing issues like that, that getting a point is better than retiring the car or not
hmm
finishing in the points at all. Because what we know come the end of the year, once all of the points are tallied, 1 point can make or break somebody.
and then he's just finna, and then all on top of that, he's just gonna win the next four races anyway. So,
Okay, now this is a damn stretch. Damn stretch, okay?
okay, so let's just say this. So the Belgian race is next, and I think the Hungarian. Hungarian is a go kart. And then they have that break.
But are we seeing chinks in the armor with Mercedes? Is the question.
No.
Because the last few races hasn't necessarily been about Antonelli's performance. It's been about the performance of the car and lack thereof, and parts and stuff breaking. So you're telling me that Mercedes is going to guarantee Kimi and George a perfect car with no mechanical failure or anything from
Well,
now until the end of the year?
George can't race regardless.
It
And okay,
doesn't
so
matter. He still
you
ended
got
up in P2 though.
when it was when Kimi DNF'd, I think he was pushing the car too much, trying to get around George. That's one thing. That's why that thing blew up. Okay. The only thing with this one is that part of it was just rubbing against the tire, and they just couldn't figure it out. So that really is technically
Didn't
wasn't.
he end up with a puncture? He had a puncture too, didn't he? Or
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
yeah,
George?
yeah. But I
He
mean,
had a puncture. George had a puncture. But who
yeah,
else on the grid had a puncture? Why were the punctures only
and I think that's
synonymous with the Mercedes car? What was that about?
and, and then also it wasn't that why, because that was after was that after Max crashed, or was it before? Because
Mm,
I'm gonna
that's a
check
very
that
good
out,
question. Yeah,
because
that's a
I'm
very
thinking
good
that's why
question.
the safety car was out for so long, was because of the rocks in the road.
Yeah, the rocks were in the road. Then they had to retrieve Max's car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was a while. But
Yeah, but we're not.
then race control said that they were going to restart the race, and they were like,
Mm-hmm.
just kidding, just
Yeah.
kidding, because they felt like they just didn't have enough time.
We rather have the drama.
Yeah.
Netflix said, "Don't start that thing up."
No, well, I guess they did it by the book this time.
And then they have a puncture, but George had his puncture early than
He
Kimmy did.
did.
Yeah,
Yes.
that took him out of that fight that he was about to lose anyway. So he probably made up the
That
puncture.
was
I got
wild, right? Like he was
probably
going back and forth to Max Verstappen, then boom, he goes into the pit lane. I'm like,
yeah yeah.
okay,
Sometimes you
Russell.
just can't. Sometimes you just can't face your battles head on. You gotta kind of go to the side a little bit.
The
You know what I'm saying?
shade is real. The
But
shade
I
is
think,
so real.
but yeah, I mean, that's not until they're not, they're not like Aston Martin having trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because once because all these next couple races, once Kimmy gets good air, it's over with. It's over with. There's still no
Given,
there's
I
still no
mean,
car. There's
okay.
still no car out
I
here
mean, I'm
besides
just listen.
Ferrari. Besides
Mm-hmm.
Ferrari, that can go toe to toe.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I don't
Like,
want you to.
okay.
I don't want you to be
I'm
shocked on
not.
the on the last episode on Monday.
I'm not gonna be shocked because I'm sitting up here.
I saw from the beginning. I'm just gonna keep
You
that
have been
same
watching
energy.
Formula One. You have been watching Formula One just as much as I've been watching Formula One. And we know that there are so many factors other than being an exceptional driver or being a driver that can adapt fairly quickly to different circumstances. There's so
But we
much
ain't
more that
seeing
goes
this
into
though.
Formula One than just a driver. Okay. And that is something that is the reason why Kimi Antonelli's lead is shrinking. All right. Um, because of the mechanics of the car.
Is he
You
still?
know,
Was he behind Lewis? 50, 60
who
points
was
in front of
behind
Lewis. I
Lewis?
mean, in front of Lewis, Kimmy. What's
Kimi
the number on there?
Antonelli as it sta- Kimi Antonelli as it stands now. Lewis Hamilton is about 32 points behind Kimi Antonelli. He is only about
Okay,
7 points behind George Russell.
yeah.
That is not a
Which
lot
which it should have
considering
been.
how many more races that we have left to go,
Which it should have been.
is what I'm saying.
But like
Shoulda,
I
coulda,
said, I'm
woulda.
glad.
It's not.
Shoulda, coulda,
And
woulda.
two, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but didn't. But then also too, you start factoring in all these other drivers, like when you factor in Charles Leclerc winning or Max Verstappen still being in the race. All of those point allocations can go to so many different drivers, thus shrinking the championship points down even more. Is all I'm saying. You are making it seem like there is a clean path to Kimi Antonelli being the world champion this year. No,
There is.
no, there isn't. Dude's gonna have to fight for it, is what I'm
Uh,
saying. I mean, you
oh,
could
he fight. He fight with his teammate.
driving ability, yes, but circumstances, just like everybody else on the grid, hope, hope. He could continue to manage that. Because remember what happened last year when Lando Norris and Max Verstappen came out of nowhere and was in contingency to win that championship. And Lando Norris was like, "Oh shoot, I need to do something,"
Well,
and he
that's
did
well, that was
the last few
McLaren.
races.
That was McLaren not wanting their other driver to win.
Yes, because they were standing 10 toes down for Lando. Totally get it. However, the
Yep.
outcome was the outcome. But in the point standing, Max Verstappen was very close to Lando. And let's not even talk about 2021, which I predicted it was going to be a nail biter all the way down to Abu Dhabi. And damn it, it was, because they were
Shouldn't
tied on
been.
points at some
Should have
point.
been.
Yeah, yeah. And like even to me, I'm still haunted by Baku. I don't think that I would ever, that's like a track that I probably will never go to. Only because I'm still haunted about what happened, what the hell Lewis did when they started the damn race.
Hmm.
Okay. And I really felt like even to this day, Baku caused Lewis Hamilton the championship. But you know what? Anyways, anyhows, he's on a different team. It seems like that he's starting to be able to gel with the team a little bit more. And yeah, I think that's a good thing for him. And also LH fans, because we do want Lewis to be successful and get his official eighth championship.
It should have been ninth, but even Lewis also messed up on the start too, which
Oh my gosh. Come on, Amani. Like, how meticulous was the FIA really being
I
behind
don't
that?
think
Like,
that
come
I
on.
don't think the turn.
Did he start? Did he start? Did he move up a little bit? Yes, but he was still within the box. But then they're saying, oh, after the fourth light, uh, you know, comes on, then you can't move at all, period, point blank, or else it's a penalty. I'm like, yo, like this man cannot win
It's very
at
tedious.
all.
Very tedious. But with that 5 seconds, but I still got Kimmy. I mean, listen, I just think that
You know
George is
what? You
not.
sound like a real turncoat right now with this Kimmy. Okay, let me catch you telling some Ferrari stuff again after you've been talking all this stuff about Kimmy Antonelli.
I
All
don't know.
right,
You're the one with the
I'm
merchandise.
team.
I never bought nothing,
I'm
Kimmy. You
team
did. You the
LH. All that. No, but you
you
know
bought
what?
you
You
bought
see
the
the
shirt.
merchandise I have in my hand now? No, I bought the shirt. The
You
lies
be
you
wearing the
tell.
shirt
I did
off.
not
You be
buy
wearing the
that.
shirt
I
off.
did not buy that blasted
It's in
shirt.
your house.
You bought me the shirt
I
and
had
sent
nothing.
it
I
to
had
me.
nothing Kimmy in my house.
First of all, you did that on purpose. Second of all,
I don't know what you're talking
what?
about.
First of all, what size did shirt is that? Because I can't even fit that joint over my head. Okay, that's a shirt for Jordan, and he only has
Are you?
about 6 months to wear it.
Yeah. You can. No, we can frame it. You just frame it up when he wins it.
Nobody. You must have lost your mind. You lost your mind. Lost your mind. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't even want to ask this question about Am. So, do you think that Lewis is going to continue to put pressure on Kimmy and both George Russell, or you're like, there's no pressure to be put on George Russell because he's not in the competition at all?
He's not in competition at all. I don't think he's even worried about George.
He has to get around George in order to get to Kimmy. Just saying.
I I just don't. I just don't know about George Russell right now. I just don't. I mean, I don't say he's second, but it
Yeah, you are.
that's just a whole like he's a non-factor. I don't care what nobody says. He's just in the way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
He
man.
is just in
Y'all
the way
give him the cold shoulder every chance y'all get. Y'all are
because he be
terrible.
doing when he like I said when he finished he didn't congratulate Kimmy. He literally went over to whoever his race engineer is and just start complaining. Helmet still on and everything. I said
Is he any different from Max? He's not any different from Max. I mean, like Max got out. Did you see after he got out of his car how he just took the steering wheel and just threw it like it was a hat.
hmm
Like he just took off a hat and threw it. I was like,
yeah.
dang,
I told you
he really
that's
doesn't
gonna
give a
be
F.
yeah. That's gonna be the straw that breaks the camel back. Like I said, for him not kicking the car, which I thought he was gonna do it. Like you thought he was gonna do it.
I thought he was gonna do it. I thought he was gonna
It's like
kick the
it's like he's just
tire.
chilling. Like he's just chilling. Like why am I getting upset? I'm done. You want me
Oh
to
my
re-sign
gosh.
with y'all? You can't get this copied wing right? Come on now. What's going on?
Which, it's very dangerous too. I mean, that not
Yeah.
being able to depend on it opening and closing like when you wanted to, that end up being really bad.
Because whatever Max does. What Max is really good at is really trusting his car, and he trusts he every time he gets out there, he thinks his car is the best car and everything's working right. So he's going to drive it like everything's working right on it to the point, like I said. And when stuff happens like this, it's I don't even need to be here. He knows it.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
because he
knows it.
has to and that's the way, I mean, that's what they say. The reason why he drives the car so aggressively, because you're right. He gives 1,000%,
Yep.
you know, faith into the car. It's
Because he
going to
knows.
perform and do exactly what he wants it to do. And
Yep.
that was not the case in Silverstone.
That's how you're supposed
Man.
to do. But nope.
Mm.
So
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 I really feel like we cannot in this podcast without talking about Cadillac. Huge shout out to Cadillac. You know what? Number one, the livery was effing fire.
that's what we
Okay.
need.
Like red, white, and
What we need.
blue, America's team. I
Mm-hmm.
so love that Cadillac is taking on that for us Americans. Like, look, you have a team in Formula One. And also, too, wait, hold on, Cadillac. How we weren't invited to the cookout? They had a whole, did you see that? They had like a whole cookout in the paddock. I was like, yo, I should have
I
been at
gotta
that
see that.
cookout because those hamburgers look so good. Yeah, like they looked amazing. So huge shout out to Cadillac for the livery, which I felt like was amazing. It also made its debut at the Essence Festival, which I was so excited to see. But
Who?
being America's team, they had
Cadillac?
the Cadillac car. Yes, they had the Cadillac car. You know
Wow.
what? Do I follow the Cadillac Formula One team more than you do, Amani? Like they had the car at Essence Fest, which I thought was dope. They
I
had
miss
a
SFX.
cookout slash barbecue at Silverstone, which I thought was like all the way American. I didn't see if they had any hot dogs though. But and I only do Hebrew National anyway, beef. But anyway,
Why?
um,
Is that a Virginia thing?
because no, that's a Tanya thing. I'm not eating oh gosh, and hot dog water looks crazy. But anyway,
Why are you
I'm
eating hot dog water?
not eating hot dog water, but I don't like when the people put hot dogs in the water and then
I don't
okay,
like it either.
anyway, I'm not even talking about it. I'm
I
not
be
talking about it.
questioning people
Put it on
doing
the
that.
grill. Me too.
Yeah.
A whole lot. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, because I got sidetracked. Sorry, everybody. But back to Cadillac, both cars finishing the race. So then we can get the data that we need to improve Cadillac and make them better. Thank you, Checo Perez and Valtteri Bottas, for doing that because I know that that was a tough race. And well, every race is a tough race for them, but they keep pushing in a positive direction. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, that livery was awesome. And I'm so glad that they just invested and just doubled down on us being, Cadillac being America's team versus Haas.
Well,
Because what Haas do for 4th of July? Nothing.
they can leave the American stuff alone. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm seeing right now they do not have Tops does not have a card out for Cadillac's delivery on that.
What? Are you kidding me? That is such a missed opportunity. Are you serious? Oh, come on, Top.
Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I
Oh,
don't see it.
man.
Yeah.
What do they have? Charles?
The for Tops, yeah, they got Charles and they
Yeah.
got the McLaren livery, which I was like, what I did not. It was so crazy. I could not follow them at all because it looked like it's just a regular car.
Yeah, so there is a bit of history behind the McLaren livery. That was the original livery that was displayed by Bruce McLaren when he was driving. When
Keep that
he had the
orange.
team and what the papaya.
Keep
But
yeah,
anyway,
keep the
yeah.
fire.
So that was an old Bruce McLaren livery that they had, but it confused me because I was like, "Gosh, it's like green," and it's like, "Is that Alpine? Is that like who is that?" I can't. I mean,
Got all
is it
that. Yeah,
is it Alpine or is it but Alpine was pink this time around.
pink.
Or was that Aston Martin? Like it was very tough to even understand like where Lando and Oscar were because of the livery.
Yeah,
Totally get it.
you can't do that no more.
But I'm telling you, man, that red, white, and blue though,
Sick.
I liked it.
No, I
It
was
was
sick.
so sick on the track, right? Like
I was sick.
it was amazing. So yes, like pew, 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 pew.
Shout
For
out to
Cadillac F1 team. That was awesome.
Jeez. Yeah. So, but like I said, matter of fact, I gotta go to. Hopefully, I find a. I saw a Tommy Hilfiger store. I'm going there and get some more Cadillac merch.
So they have Cadillac merch in Tommy Hill. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. That's
Yep.
what's up. I mean, because he's an all-American brand too. Yeah, no, makes sense for sure.
Yeah. Don't
So
believe the hype either.
on what?
You know the whole like Tommy Hilfiger stuff back in the day. Not true.
Oh, I wore Tommy Hilfiger back in the day. Matter of fact, I
Mm-hmm.
showed you pictures of what 30 years plus I was wearing. I had the Tommy Hilfiger overalls. Huge shout out to Aaliyah because she had
I
them
was
and
just about to
she
say that.
did. Yes, she did a camp. Aaliyah did a campaign with Tommy Hilfiger and she
Yes.
looked absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
she did. She was one of the one of the models that encouraged me to wear Tommy Hilfiger. I mean, of course, like everybody and their mom used to wear it back in the day, but those overalls were definitely one of a kind. Golly, I still wish I had them today.
I had the flea
Those
market
would be
version, so
those would be so vintage, by the way. I had
I
like the
had it.
Tommy Hilfiger jacket. I had a lot of Tommy Hilfiger stuff. I swear, I was a big Tommy Hilfiger fan back in the day. I like Tommy Hilfiger over Nautica because everybody and their mama liked Nautica
I
back in
love
the day, and I
Nike.
was like, no. You were Nautica.
I wore Nike. I mean, it's the flea
Ah,
market version, but I wore Nike.
see, no, I was Tommy
See,
all day long. Tommy.
my ship didn't even have the sale on it. That's how bootleg mine was.
No, I'm telling you, I remember this very vividly. I was in Columbus, Ohio. I was visiting my aunt, and they had in the mall there, they had a Tommy Hilfiger store. And I remember
Ooh,
I walked in the store and I don't even know where I was working at the time. I think I was working at a grocery store at the time. I took all of my money. No, actually, I was living overseas at the time. So I was working for the military. I was working for MWR in the military.
okay.
And I took all of my money and bought those overalls. And I think those overalls were probably about $70.
Oh, that was a
Now,
lot back in the day.
yes, that's
Like
like a few hundred, that's like
about 300.
about five,
Three,
six hundred
about,
dollars now, right? But
mm-hmm.
they were like 70, $80 back then. And I was so happy. I put my money up there and I had my Tommy Hilfiger bag and I was walking around the mall with my Tommy Hilfiger bag. Yo, I'm telling you. And I went back to Italy and I wore my overalls and I was straight freaking fire because nobody else had them. So huge shout out to Tommy Hilfiger.
Shout out to Tommy.
Always a Tommy fan. So, any who's, any ways, any whys, moving forward to the next 2 weeks, because we have a race, not this week, but we have a race. They're going to Spa next week, right?
Belgium.
That's where they're going, right?
They're gonna be in Belgium.
Okay, well, they'll be in Belgium then.
They're
All
in
right.
Belgium.
I stand corrected, whatever.
Do
So,
we have
with
Italian
the,
races?
yes, we have Italian races. What kind of
I don't
question
think we
is
do.
that? Yes, we do. They go to Monza.
It must be later on now. I might look that up.
Yeah.
I'm not on here. Let me see. I
Look
mean,
up the race schedule, please.
I thought they
Because
did.
you just tearing up. Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Italy. You know, bum ass races.
You just hating because you didn't go with us a couple years ago. Stop. It was yeah, I told Bob Belgium, you know what? You get on my nerves, Amani, because you just be saying stuff just to try to trip me up. But
Is Spa
anyway,
next?
yeah. Yes, Spa is Belgium.
Oh yeah, okay.
What are you
I thought
drinking? What
I
is in the
really thought
cup?
Spa was I thought it was an Italian race.
No, no,
That's
dude,
crazy.
it's not. So we have Belgium, we have Hungarian Grand Prix, we have the Dutch, they go to Zandvoort, then they go, yes, then they go to Monza, September.
Hmm.
Then they got the Spanish Grand Prix, then they got Baku, Singapore, and then they come over here, and then they finish up over here with
Lewis,
us, with
Lewis,
Coda,
Lewis.
Mexican Grand Prix, Brazilian, Vegas, and I don't know if they're gonna go back to Qatar or Abu Dhabi.
I think Lewis definitely win Singapore. I don't think
You
Kimmy's
know
gonna
what,
finish that
Amani?
race.
Don't be trying to breadcrumb us with the I think he could win this race. I think he could win that race and all this other stuff because we already know who you going for. I mean, you already showed your hand, player, like you just did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. You might as
Not
well
like
just throw
this.
up the K, right? No, no, you throw up the K for Kimmy Antonelli. Go
KK,
ahead and throw up the
come on
K.
KK, come on KK.
And
You
he's
know what I'm
not talking
saying?
about
Come
Kim
on.
Kardashian either. Oh my geez.
Ah,
Okay.
come on
All right.
KK. Yeah, I don't think Kimmy can finish that race.
Ever.
That'd be one he can't finish.
Was there anything else that I forgot to cover?
No, I think let's see. No, that's really about it. Because we got all the drama stuff out the way, and then the last, and then that non-finish of Netflix is doing that. And then the battle, and then George Russell going out
Easy.
to the battle, and then Mercedes not knowing how to work their cars, and then
What does
Leclerc
that
winning.
even mean? What does that even mean? I'm not following.
Well, I mean, when you have to box like 4 or 5 times to figure out what's going on with a car, and it's like one little tiny piece like on the wheel, like
They did.
great
You saw
engineering.
them literally like pull it off. Like dude was up there. That engineer
At,
was
fir- at
like
first time, he was like shaking it.
just
He was like, "All right, I think we
shaking it, and
got
then
it."
he just yanked it off.
Great engineering.
Oh man. But that's what Formula One is. It's like the most dopest science experiment in the world. And that's the reason why we
Yes.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why
So
we love
shout out
it.
to them.
Shout out to them. So,
Predictions.
predictions for Belgium, aka Spa, Amani.
Let's see. We'll do Kimi first, of course.
Hmm.
We'll do Lewis and Leclerc.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Lewis,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Max, Chuck.
Chuck
Chuck.
and Max.
Yep. Look, see, this is what's wrong with all y'all, right? Everybody want to be all logical, methodical, and everything like that. All right. There is a such thing as a constellation, and if it is or isn't written in the damn stars. And I'm telling you right now, Lewis getting the eighth world title is written in the doggone stars. I'm saying it now. Okay. It is written in the stars. I
You have a
believe
telescope?
in Lewis. What?
You have a telescope?
Yeah, I got a telescope.
Make sure you make sure you look at it, the stars again, because it probably says
Look.
27. You're probably
Listen,
looking at.
I'm always gonna be 10 toes down for Lewis. Everybody knows this. So yeah, it's written in the stars. Lewis, you go to spa, and if it rains, and you know what? I am gonna be doing my rain dance ritual from
Yeah, do the
now
same one
into
you did for Canada.
spa. Amani, in a minute, we just about to be podcast co-hosts.
This
Good.
is the same one you did
You
in
are
Canada.
treading very thin on our friendship, my friend.
I just, I'll be waiting on the rain. I'm trying to wait on the
You
rain.
are sending me unsolicited Kimmy Antonelli merchandise for
I don't
one.
remember that.
Okay. Every
I don't remember that.
chance you get, you sitting up here trying to throw shade at Lewis. And you just got up here on this podcast and admitted that you are the president of the Kimmy Antonelli fan club. I
Battery
think the
fan
only thing
club.
that we could agree on,
The battery fan club.
whatever you want to call it, I think
Hmm.
the only thing that we can agree on is that Cadillac, keep continuing to push. Because I mean,
Yes.
as much as I'm a Lewis fan, I so love having an American team. And I really do. In the long run, in the grand scheme of things, I really do want Cadillac to be
Well,
successful.
we're about to have an American driver. I think probably in August. I think they're gonna
Mm,
probably do the switch.
good old Colton Herta.
Might as well.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Jury still out on that one.
Might as well.
I wonder where he is though, in out driving like Valtteri or Checo.
They're supposed to
I
get
mean,
Valkyrie
like
out.
what does the simulator say? Like what does the simulator say?
Oh, I talk to my people. They know. They got spies over there.
Okay. All right.
We
Well, you go
everywhere.
ahead and talk to your spies. And yeah, so we're off for a week. And then we will come back in about 2 weeks
Yeah.
and
Right
talk
for the
all things
national.
spa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right for the national.
Well, you know what? Have a good time at the National. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to make it this year. I really think that it's very important that I do get to some sort of Formula One trade night at some point. But I don't know if it's going to be in 2026. I think I'm going to have to Pull that off into 2027.
We can always do another watch thing, watch party.
What at the national
Play that for
or
next
at
year.
a?
No,
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and talk about this offline because what happened at the last one? I'm not even gonna say it.
well, there you go, people.
Yeah.
All right, let's. Good morning, good evening, good
All right.
afternoon, everybody.
Oh my gosh. You know what, Amani? This community is such a great community. Whether it is F1, whether it is the trading cards, we're talking about cars or cards, it doesn't even matter. I appreciate both communities. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Ciao.
Peace.
Hey.